The United States has launched a new wave of military strikes on Yemen. But what led to this escalation, and who gave the order? Today, we're diving deep into the facts behind this high-stakes conflict, the reasons behind the strikes, what it means for the future of global security. Stay tuned. The U.S. airstrikes on Houthi targets in Yemen were ordered by President Donald Trump on March 15, 2025. This decision marks one of the most aggressive military actions taken under his second term and signals a significant escalation in U.S. involvement in the Middle East. The strikes were launched in response to continued Houthi attacks on international shipping routes in the Red Sea, which have disrupted global trade and posed a direct threat to U.S. and allied naval forces. The Houthi rebels, backed by Iran, have been targeting commercial and military vessels, raising concerns about regional security and freedom of navigation. According to U.S. military officials, these strikes aimed to dismantle Houthi military capabilities and weaken their ability to launch future attacks. Protect global trade routes that pass through the Red Sea, a critical passage international commerce. Send a strong message to Iran that its support for the Houthis will not go unchecked. But the question remains, was this the right move? Will it lead to stability, or further conflict in the Middle East? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can push this conversation to a wider audience.
In Yemen, Houthi-affiliated media are reporting more U.S. attacks in the northwest. They say 17 airstrikes targeted the Sada province near the border with Saudi Arabia. Houthi fighters have been targeting ships linked to Israel and its allies in the Red Sea. They say it's in solidarity with Palestinians in Gaza. Al Jazeera's Mohammed Al-Atta is joining us now from Sana. Just bring us up to date with what we know about the latest, Mohammed.
Yes, U.S. airstrikes continue in Yemen as Ansarullah retaliates amid escalating conflict. In the early hours of today, U.S. warplanes launched a series of airstrikes targeting various areas in northern Yemen, indicating that at least 17 airstrikes have been conducted, according to media affiliated with Ansarullah. The airstrikes, including 7 air raids on the outskirts of Saada, conducted also in 2 attack waves, along with the 3 airstrikes on Salim in Al-Kitaf, and also other 2 air raids on Harf Sufyan in Amran province, bordering Saada. Additionally, U.S. fighter jets carried out also 5 airstrikes late last night in 2 waves, targeting Sahar district west of Saada. In response, Ansarullah's military spokesperson Yahya Sari announced that their forces had conducted joint military operations against U.S. warships in the Red Sea, including an attack on in the aircraft carrier USS Harry Truman. He stated that these engagements lasted for hours and were still ongoing at the time of his statement. Amid these attacks, Ansarullah also reaffirmed its commitment to supporting Israel, stating that it has launched a drone attack on Tel Aviv, achieving its direct attack, according to Sari, and emphasized that their armed forces will remain determined to continue also their embargo on the Israeli ships in the declared maritime zones, and also to strike Israeli territories until Tel Aviv left its siege and also end its aggression on Gaza.
Mohammed, it wasn't that long ago that you and our teams were reporting extensively on the crisis that was hitting Yemen during the conflict there just many months ago. At the same time, of course, that led to a humanitarian crisis, what the country is still going through. How are people in Yemen feeling about this latest round of hostilities?
Yes, as Yemen nears Eid al-Fitr, at a time traditionally marked by joy and celebration, the reality for millions of Yemenis remains bleak. The war ongoing since 2015 has plunged nearly 17 million people into poverty, with nearly 7 million facing famine and daily dependence on humanitarian aid. However, international aid to Yemen has been severely reduced due to declining global donations worsening the humanitarian crisis. Despite the devastation, many Yemenis remain resolute in their support for Gaza, believing that their sacrifices are necessary to pressure Israel into halting its military campaign and lifting its blockade. For them, standing in solidarity with the Palestinian people is a cause worth enduring hardship, even as their country grapples with the relentless airstrikes and even a worsening humanitarian situation.
Mohammed Al-Atab talking to us there from Sana'a. Thank you very much indeed.